This is my post-fight video of the Timothy Bradley versus Provodnikov fight. Now, I didn't do a prediction video, but this fight was so good I had to do a post-fight video. Man, this was one of the best fights I've seen in a long time. It's funny how the best fights you get most of the time aren't even the pay-per-view fights. It's the fights you get on regular cable sometimes. And this definitely should be up there for fight of the year. I mean, this fight had a lot of action. There was a lot of drama. And there were times during this fight when I was kind of wondering if Timothy Bradley was going to make it. Now, overall, I have no problems with the outcome of this fight because I do think Bradley won this fight. He won more rounds, landed more punches. He was the busier fighter. And he outworked the other guy. But I gotta give props to this Russian fighter because he was able to hurt Bradley several times during this fight. There were times when Bradley was out on his feet, especially in the first two rounds. He had Bradley hurt real bad. And I think Bradley himself had said that he may have a concussion from taking all those blows in the fight. But I got two problems. First of all, Bradley did not fight a smart fight. He fought an entertaining fight. It was fun to watch, but it wasn't smart. I mean, if you're fighting with a guy that can hurt you with his punches like that, you would think that after Bradley got hurt the first time that he would say to himself, okay, this guy has power, I better just box this guy, I better not slug with him. But for some strange reason, he chose to slug it out with this guy. And, well, I guess I can see why he did it, because I think he was trying to prove to the fans that he was an entertaining fighter, because he had a lot of criticism after the Pacquiao fight. Now, yes, I do believe Bradley lost that Pacquiao fight, but it wasn't his fault. You got to blame the judges for that. You can't be hating on Timothy Bradley himself because of something the judges did. So, you know, I kind of felt sorry for him when they showed that pre-fight interview, and I didn't realize how hard he was taking all that criticism. I mean, he was almost about to cry. So like I said, don't be hating on Bradley just because of what the judges did. You ought to hate on the judges. They were the ones that messed up. But anyway, back to this fight. As for this Russian fighter, Provodnikov, the two main things I saw was that he had bad cardio, because after the first two rounds, he basically punched himself out. In the third round, he didn't hardly throw any punches. And I think he didn't even land any punches. And he was just fighting in spots, which shows me that his conditioning isn't what it needs to be. And he was doing too much headhunting. The Russian fighter didn't really do much going to the body. And when he started going to the body, he was hurting Bradley, but that was like in the late rounds. In the early rounds, he wasn't going to the body hardly at all. I think this Russian fighter could have pulled off an upset if he just would have had better conditioning and threw more body shots. But Timothy Bradley, he's got a big heart. Even when he's hurt, he still fights back. You know, I just wish more fighters would show that type of determination. I've seen so many fighters over the years that talk a lot of trash, saying they'll do this and that, and then when fight night comes, they don't do nothing. Like David Haye, all that trash talking he did against Klitschko, and then when the fight happened, he didn't even do anything. You know, but like I said, this was a good, entertaining fight, and I just wish that more pay-per-view fights would be as good as this fight was. And this was a free fight on HBO, and I almost didn't even know the fight was happening. I didn't notice that the fight was on till they started showing the first fight. And I said, oh, they got Timothy Bradley fighting tonight. I was like, oh, okay. So I didn't even realize that he was fighting Saturday night. But I'm glad I had a chance to see the fight because it was one of the best fights I've seen in a long time. So tell me what you guys think about the fight. Where does Bradley go from here? Will he get a shot against Marquez maybe? Maybe a rematch with Pacquiao? Who knows?